Hello. This is me, Samantha, the Pro Say Queen, and today I am doing something. I want to talk because this is the start of a blog, a journey that I want you guys to go with me. Uh, Back a long time ago, I want to first of all, before I talk, I wanted you to hit my subscribe button, hit my channel grow, and hit my notifications so that you can receive my vlogs when I go there. So it's Saturday, and I got on my old wrinkly t-shirt here that I am um, setting up. But you know, a couple of years ago, let me give you a little background about me. A couple of years ago, when I graduated from high school, you know, I was about to go to college. And at that time, it was a Earl Warren scholarship that I had applied for. And I was lucky enough to receive it. And I was supposed to go to an all-black college. I think it was Howard University. And I was going to move to Washington, D.C., and I had an uncle that was going to help me get on at the Treasury Department, print money. You know they don't wear underwear when they go there, but that's another story. And I had you know, at that time, I was really I wanted to be a investigative attorney. That's what I wanted to be. Well, unfortunately, when I graduated, my grandfather, he got ill, and I was real close to him, so I ended up um, not going, and I took care of my granddaddy. And later on, he passed away. And you know, when I tried to go back to a community college, I ended up getting pregnant, and I set that out, and then I went back again some years later. I got pregnant, so I was afraid to go back because I thought that every time I go, I'll get pregnant. So I focus on, even though I wasn't going to college, I read a lot of law books and journals and stuff like that, and I put two kids to college. So I was able to do that. So I took all my credits, and then I decided to go back. And when I did go back, my major, I started off in forensics. I was going to be in forensics, still investigating. But then some turn of events started to happen, and, you know, civil became more of my passion. Instead of me going to criminal law, I went into civil. And I've been that way ever since. And because there is still injustice in civil more as it is in criminal. It's just a trick of the trade. So after that, I went back to college, and I was in the process of, you know, going to school to finish. My son had graduated. He had went on to college. My daughter had went on to college. She got married and went on her way. And then I decided, you know, to leave where I was at and move to where I'm at now. So with that being said, you know, it took me another 5 years. Yes, 5 years. I've traveled and went through a lot of stuff. And so I decided to go to college. I was kind of hesitant about it because right now I'm in litigation with credit acceptance, and I'm in litigation with Equifax. And I'm in litigation with Equifax because they allow credit acceptance to report information onto my credit that was not correct. And after I repeatedly notified them, they continue to do that. So, and you may want to, if that's happening to you, you may want to read up on Cushman versus TransUnion. That case is very similar to mine, but mine is at a more deeper magnitude. So anyway, so I was a little bit hesitant because I had just, they, you know, got all credit acceptance and all this stuff off my credit. Then they dropped my credit down because they made some kind of allegation that I had derogatory information on my credit, which I knew there was a lot. So I had to write the credit bureaus, and I had to write the creditors and get verification of that, and as well. But let's say, for instance, we wasn't in a um, in litigate. We're not in summary judgment, but we were in a discovery, and that's what I am studying on now. And I have passed so far. You know, I was a little bit late starting, and I had to do a lot of. I drank some coffee, and I finished certain parts of it. So I made 100 so far. My grade is at 100% so far. So I'm glad about that. But I want to tell you about how discovery works, electronic discovery. And electronic discovery talks about, things that now are being stored electronically. And in 2015, the federal courts kind of amended the federal rule of procedures for that. So I'm learning a lot about that. And when I finish, I would be a discovery specialist. That means that I would know more about how discovery works, and I'm learning a lot of more information about legal holds and third parties, stuff that I had already known a little bit about, but I'm knowing more in depth about. So that helps me, and it also helps me if I have to be a ghostwriter for somebody, how I can implement all my knowledge and skills into what I'm doing now. So this is going to be, I'm going to blog on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm going to talk about my journey. If something special happens, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into that. I'm also into more legal research. I did take a class of that. But again, like I said, I didn't really finish, so I'm ahead of the game in my class. I'm kind of happy about that. I'm a little bit excited about the fact that I'm getting ready, that I'm in school. The only positive thing is that because due to the coronavirus, is that my classes are online. And I was kind of hesitant about that because I thought that, since they had opened up the campus, that I would have to drive so far to that. But I don't have to right now. But I did have to drive down there to get some things taken care of, and I'm happy about that. I didn't want to lose any of my financial assistance that, I had applied for, and I was really worried about that. So right now, I'm on a software. I'm in my little office. I'm really focusing on that. It's gonna help me more when I start really litigating. If the judge, just throw it out, the judge says, you can have a summary judgment without a discovery. But let's say, for instance, if he does say, well, Samantha, Miss Rajapowski, you got to have a discovery before you file a summary judgment, or they never brought that argument up. But if he does say that or make his ruling, then once again, you guys know, this is my notebook. I'm into notebooks. I promise you I am. Let me try to get this thing together. I am into the notebooks. The notebooks are my friend. And what I do is when let me get this one right here. Unlike this, I put this where I'm going to school at. I put, right here, and then I put the title of what I'm doing. My syllabus is in there, so I'm able to go. Then I have my trusty notebook right here in case I have to put legal cases in there. That's, even though if it's in school, I still put my legal cases in here so that I will make reference. Now, while I'm in class, I got another advantage, is because I have access to Westlaw. Yes, I have access to Westlaw, so I'll be able to research a lot more cases normally than I would going to the library. I have my calendar here, and then I have my, I write a lot. And then I have my regular book that I just write stuff in, just to be on the safe side. So right now, like I said, it's I've had online classes before. It's nothing new, but the only thing about it is that with online, you have to make sure that you're on point. So like I said, I'm behind right now. So I came in late. So today is Saturday, and I just finished up 7 subjects between yesterday at 11 and today, which is I think 10 or 11, 7 subjects. So I should be finished with that whole complete segment when this is over with. I should be finished with a whole segment by the end of today. So I'll be well caught up. So I thank you guys and believe me, I already know most of this stuff. I've been reading it for I don't know how long. Law is not something that you can read and pass and then you don't have to take it no more. It's always ongoing things because so many things happen in state court, federal court, both Supreme Courts, and you have to know how to do it. This is going to help me also brush up just in case I may have to go to the U.S. Supreme Court. So this is more like an advantage to me. And like I said, I'll be on my way to get my degree. I am so happy about that. And I text my son and I text my daughter and I told them, and they're like, "Wow, Mama, thanks." So, and I want to make an example for my grandbabies. My grandbabies, I keep telling them that they need to go to college and get a degree. That paper is more important. People think that you going to school, you knowing what you know, and I have so many people that are self knowing in law, but they don't go get that paper, and that paper would be your downfall because without that paper you can't succeed. And if you're gonna go pro se, if you're going to go pro se, I encourage anybody take some kind of courses in law, your rights, anything that's related to that. Because if you just basing it on reading, it's a lot of things when I start doing it. I didn't know. I made mistakes about it, and like a case that was in 2015, I did, and I'm pro se, I'm representing myself, and I've had 2 people try to use that against me, which I know is unconstitutional. And I had a federal judge tell me that I couldn't proceed. He said that I didn't have to. He came short from it, but he said that if I proceed in Western District, that I have to have an attorney. And that to me, under the Third Circuit, basically said that when they go that far, that's unconstitutional. So he violated my constitutional right. And I had Equifax, which is one of them, that tried, and Credit Acceptance, tried to use that as their defense when I was using the evidence, and I well pleaded it out, and I made sure I did the case right, and I made sure I did everything. They told me, well, wait a minute. I think this Friday. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a day ahead of myself. Oh, this is Friday. Anyway, so by Saturday I should be finished. But anyway, so they tried to use that as against me to say, well, look, Judge, I guess for my character or whatever it is, but that was a violation of my constitutional right, and I can go to court and file a complaint against him, but it's not even worth it because they all try to protect themselves. These are appointed positions. So I thank you guys for watching me. Please subscribe to my channel. Please, if you want to, you can cash out me. If you have any questions, you can email me. I'll be more than happy to reply. Some of the people are asking the same questions, and a lot of my answers are in my previous videos, and then the video that I made that are in 3 parts. You're welcome to watch it. Like I said, it's just, if you don't know your rights, a lot of people, will take advantage of you, even your own attorney. So I encourage you to, ask me some questions if you need to. Now, if you want me to actually talk to you, then we need to set up a one-on-one. You need to set up a one-on-one with me, and you go through my email to do so. But I thank you guys so much, and like I said, I gotta get back to school. So I'm ahead of the game, and I thank you guys so much. Take care.